Sambusas are everywhere in Kenya and they are an amazing snack.
Jambo.
Hi, I'm Kiano and I'm here with my mom, Katano.
And today we're gonna make you Kenyan sambusas. So typically for my family back home in Kenya, we'll make sambusas when we have get-togethers with the family, when I have Thanksgiving or Christmas.
And our whole family runs off of African people time. So waiting for everyone to arrive for Christmas or Thanksgiving can be a couple hours. So these literally save lives from hunger.
I am from the Maasai tribe. We are livestock farmers and we love meat, milk.
All things from the cow.
All things from the cows. For Maasai people, we don't like to spice our foods a lot, so we like to taste the meat.
It smells good. I'm getting a meat facial. I don't mind it. That meat filling is on point. So as much as it is like a preparation of a meal, it's a group activity.
My favorite part about making sambusas is really having the ladies sit together and each person take a piece of the action and get the sambusas done in a few minutes.
Dough making and dough kneading is not my favorite part, so I leave this bit to my mom.
Which I don't mind kneading the dough, and it's really, you just have to get right in it and just do it. Just do it until it's nice and soft.
I mean, who needs a gym while you're making sambusas, right?
Correct.
It's important to make sure it doesn't dry out. So cover it in cling film and a warm, damp tea towel will help make sure your sambusa carries on to that final, very important folding stage.
Cooking for Kiano is passion. For me, I'm the oldest of 11 kids, so cooking growing up was work.
I started fidgeting in the kitchen with my mom when I was like around 6, 7 years old. The kitchen for me was always an open place where I was allowed to be creative and experiment.
Let me say this, she has overtaken the kitchen.
Since I was 12.
I was once the chef, and now I'm the sous chef.
When you're part cooking your sambusa dough, you just want to get rid of that stickiness. You don't want to fully cook it into bread. You just want it to be a bit more malleable. So to make your individual wrappers, fold it into a little ice cream cone shape. You have a little flour paste and use a lot of it, probably more than you think you need. You want to lock it in there. Fry, baby, fry. Mom, this is all you. I need to not burn my eyebrows off.
I love frying. This is the easy part.
They're done. They didn't fall apart. That's always a good sign. I'm so excited to eat this. I love mine with a lot of lime juice on it. All right, cheers, mama.
Cheers. This is great.
You did
Cheers.
it. Well done, Ma.
Thank you. Well done, sweetie.
Lumpia is the quintessential Filipino party food. It is a party in your mouth. Hi, my name's Mel, and today we'll be making my mom's lumpia recipe. If you've ever met a Filipino or had a Filipino friend growing up, chances are you've had lumpia. Lumpia is just this crispy, highly addictive finger food that's filled with some sort of meat, usually pork. My grandmother used to sneak in all sorts of weird things into her lumpia that I have omitted. Things like raisins. This recipe is my mom's, but I did add ginger and cilantro. I'd call it like the 2018 lumpia. There's a raging debate that will never die between my mom and my aunt over whose lumpia recipe is better. I gotta side with my mom. Today we're using lumpia wrappers. You could also use spring roll pastry wrappers. My mom's pro tip is to make sure that you roll it into the shape of a tobacco. Those are her words. Take a little egg wash at the tip, use that as glue to hold everything together. Now it's fry time. If you were my mom, you would bust out your fry daddy, plug it in, and deep fry up a bunch of lumpia, but we're gonna use less oil. Some people like to cut them in half. I personally like to keep them whole because who's kidding, you're gonna eat the other half of it. And the must-have dipping sauce is a sweet chili sauce. That completes the dish. Yep, nailed it. But don't double dip. You gotta go the other side. You gotta go like that.
was just like this tangy but savory explosion in your mouth. Like, what more do you want, right? Hi, I'm Kevin J. Nguyen, and today we're gonna make my family's recipe for Tabbouleh, which is also known as Vietnamese shaking beef. Vietnamese shaking beef is stir-fried cubed beef served over a bed of greens. Growing up, my mom would make Vietnamese shaking beef all the time, and I just remember the first time she made it, I was just like, what is this? I think honestly, I was like 7 years old, and my mind was blown. And in college, I would try making this and be like, something's off. But my mom would honestly be like, Kevin, do you want pictures? And I'd be like, yes, please. She would send me videos of her cooking the dish to be like, hey, Kevin, you got that? Being Vietnamese just brings me so much joy. And for such a long time, I wasn't surrounded by a lot of Asian people in general. So the moment that I found like community and connection with individuals who looked like me, who had shared experiences as me, I felt less alone in this world. My family, honestly, is a bunch of meat eaters, but vegetables are important. It is essential to the dish. We always go the extra mile to make it look nice, but for me, just give me all the meat. That's what I want. Get your wok super hot, and the meat should start browning a little bit, and you're gonna flip it. You should be able to see a nice little char on your beef. All right, now is the fun part. There's a reason why we call it shaking beef. It's because you're gonna shake up your wok, and you're just gonna shake, shake, shake. It's a fun little activity. Vietnamese people love our dinner parties. You can have your bánh xèo, your gỏi cuốn, your bánh mì. It's pure deliciousness. This is exactly how my mom would make it. This tastes like home. I love Tabbouleh. It's simple, it's easy. You get meat and rice. That is the way to my heart. It's so freaking good. Yeah, it's real good.
It's brown, it's crispy, it's f***ing delicious. Hey, my name is Choi, and let's make my family's recipe of griot and Pikliz. Griot has been probably the longest relationship I will ever have. Just so good and delicious. Even though I live in America and I am an American, there's still huge parts of me that is Haitian. I remember when I was a little girl, any occasion, birthday, party, graduation, every Haitian place we would go to, it just reminds me of like family. It reminds me of home. Please let your meat marinate. Any Haitian will tell you, we leave it in the fridge overnight. Pikliz. It's literally the mixture of life itself. It's colorful, spicy, delicious. It has everything you need. When I dip the griot in the Pikliz, I think symphonies actually play. You can literally make Pikliz for anything. Bad day, Pikliz. Lost your man, Pikliz. Pikliz is for everyone. Now, I know you're impatient Instagram culture. I understand if you need to eat it right away. But if you want the full experience, at least give it 3 days. Just saying, it tastes way better. I feel like Asian people, we're not really understood by the rest of the world. I come from the first free Black country. I really hope that this starts a conversation about what it means to be different. Being Haitian has made me who I am. I will always be proud of it. Not gonna cry. Whew. Holy shit, it actually smells like my house. I think we're all like cousins now. My dad would take the wet pork and fry it, but since I want you guys to all have your houses after this, we're gonna dry it off and then we can really get started. It's time to fry and watch the Haitian magic start. A good griot, a great griot, it has to be brown like my skin. It has to be crispy. Put that griot with some red beans and rice, some Pikliz and some plantains. Oh, come on. Our food, it has passion and love. This griot and these Pikliz, to someone, it's just a normal plate, but for me, it's my history. You're gonna eat it, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna be like, damn, I need me a Haitian queen. And that's me. Enjoy your meal. Joyce out.
Hi, my name is Kwesi, and today I'm gonna show you how to make black cake. So, black cake is a traditional Christmas dessert made in the West Indies, or some people call it the Caribbean, but I remember black cake always being around my house when wintertime came around. I remember when my mom and my aunts made black cake, you definitely smell the aroma through the whole house, and you know exactly what they're making. This is my first time attempting to make black cake. It's definitely a smell and a sound that's so distinct to my childhood. So when you add in the sugar, you want to pour the sugar in, and don't be afraid, the sugar will burn. It needs to burn. Don't be afraid, don't get nervous, this is what's supposed to happen. This is one of the main ingredients of black cake. Now when the sugar burns, you throw a little bit of water in it, and just keep your eye close to it because you only have a few seconds for this thing to get exactly the right consistency. So right now I'm processing all the dry fruits. These fruits have rich flavors in it, and it's gonna burst in your mouth when you take a bite to eat. So when I eat black cake, it reminds me of music for some reason. In the Caribbean, we have this thing called parang, which is like our version of Christmas carols, but it's like way better than the American Christmas carols. It's way more naughtier. For someone who never had black cake before, it smacks you in your face. And it smacks you in your face in a good way. It feels like steel drums banging in your ears or music playing at your favorite party. It's pretty much Christmas in a cake. The flavors are rich, the smells are intoxicating, and the rum, man, the rum is rum. My family is from Trinidad and Tobago. My father's from Trinidad and my mom is from the smaller island Tobago. Both of my parents moved to the United States sometime around the 70s and 80s. I'm first generation American, but my roots run really deep in Trinidad and Tobago. I always say, in my house is the Caribbean and outside is America. So everything in my house was soca music, calypso music, everything outside was hip hop and R&B. So the reason we're making two cakes today, because one is for a party, the next one is for me, to tell you the truth. I'm kind of selfish when it comes to black cake because it's so near and dear to my heart, and every bite is kind of taking me back to when my mom made it when I was a kid. Every Saturday, home alone, sun setting, I cut a slice, take a bite, and it reminds me of growing up. Here's a pro tip. This cake can last about 3 months in your refrigerator just because of all the alcohol that's soaked up into the cake. Now what you want to do is every 7 days, pour a half cup of rum on top of the cake, let it soak, and it's good as new. Man, so it feels so good to share my culture with the rest of the world, and I hope you guys will try this cake and put your little own twist onto it. Keep the black cake name alive. Peace.
Korean food, really, labor of love. My name is Esther Choi. I'm the chef of Mokbar and Miss You in New York City, and we are making bibimbap. Bibimbap is called bibimbap because bibim means to mix. So it literally means mixed rice. The beauty of bibimbap is that you can use any vegetable that you want, and it's a great leftover dish. I make all the vegetables in advance and leave it in my fridge. So all you have to do is fry up an egg and cook rice, and you can have bibimbap for a week. I always cooked since I was very young. My grandma was a phenomenal cook, and she was the one that raised us because my parents were immigrants and they were always working. So I hung out with my grandparents growing up, and my grandma would just cook all the time. That was her thing. And she grew her own vegetables. She made everything from scratch. I would just be drawn to the kitchen all the time. My sister and my brother were so not like that. I would just always hang out in the kitchen with my grandma. You can use fresh shiitake if you want. I just love, love, love the texture of these dried shiitake. These ones are a little bit different than the fresh shiitakes that you get here. It's much more meatier. I actually went to college and tried to do the normal corporate thing, and it just wasn't for me. It was you know what? I think I'm just gonna go cook. I always had a restaurant job since I was 14. I was either bartending or serving or hostessing. I think the first day that I trailed in a real New York City kitchen is when I was no, this is what I want to do. One of the best memories I have growing up with grandma, we would make dumplings together, and I actually have a dish. My dumplings are called grandma dumplings in Korean. It's called 할머니 dumplings, 할머니 meaning grandma. All the kimchi, it's all her recipes. And most of them are inspired by grandma. And when she visits the restaurant, she's like, this needs to be better. She tells me all these things. My mom used to make this rice for me every day growing up. It's just a blend of black rice, white rice, and brown rice. And it's super nutritious. The color is really beautiful. I just love it. You eat with your eyes first. Presentation is always super important. Now you can mess up your creation, right? The proper way of eating this is to mix everything together. You eat a big bite.
Fried cheese, sweet onions,
the salami.
everything mixed in one. Hola, I'm Julissa.
Y yo soy Gadiel.
Today's Dominican Independence Day and we are cooking up.
Mangú con los tres golpes.
Yes, girl, yes. Mangú con los tres golpes is mashed plantains with the three hitters, which is fried cheese, fried salami, and fried eggs. You can have mangú for lunch, for dinner. It honestly is whenever you want to have it, but it's traditionally a breakfast.
What you need to do is grab the plátano, you peel them, like I'm doing right here because I'm a beast, of course. Slice them up, cut them twice because they cook a lot faster.
Being Dominican means loving on other people and specifically making other people laugh.
If you have 3 Dominicans in a room, you're gonna have a party. Thanksgiving turns into a party. A funeral turns into a party.
A movie night turns into a party.
Just one person puts bachata and that's it. Ding, 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 everybody's dancing.
And then with my cheese, I put that into flour. Not everybody uses flour, I will tell you that, but that's how my mom taught me. And then I fry them in hot oil. I make sure that the oil is scorching hot. When it starts to puff up on top, that's when you know they're ready to be flipped. And you see that they're golden brown, and the cheese is the first to go, 'cause it's so good. good.
We have 3 different types of salami, and each salami tastes different. This is how you cook a salami right here. Woo! Look at that flip though.
Growing up, every Saturday morning, I would wake up to mommy in the kitchen and the whole house smelled like fried salami and those vinegar-soaked onions. Look at the brightness, look at the pink in it. Do you smell the vinegar? It like wakes you up, it like smacks you in the face and allows you to be like, today's gonna be a great day.
So grab the plátano, put it in a separate bowl, pour some leftover caldo on top, then add some butter. Put a lot, put a little bit. I don't give a damn. It's whatever you like, right? Have fun with it. Smash it up until it's nice and smooth. Then add salami oil, onion vinegar. Everybody has their own way of doing it. The plátano that we're eating is African. That's why they're so damn good. We are Afro-Latinos.
There is beauty in our melanin. We are amazing. Dominicans have the best of both worlds. Yes, we're Latinos, but we're also Black, and that makes us that much doper.
I love that. That was beautiful. You don't even need me to say anything.
I know, I never do. I just hope you guys enjoy this as much as we enjoy it.
You're welcome.
So good.
Oh, so good.
Hey,
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 hey, hey, hey, hey, hey.